Welcome to the Eagle's Nest. This is your host, Jeff Porcaro, and today I'm with Maple Mountain athlete Nathan Dunn. Nathan, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and about what sports you play and what year you are in school.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. So, like you said, my name's Nathan. I play tennis on the high school team, and I'm a senior.
All right, thanks. So, what have you been doing with yourself to kind of keep yourself busy while this time has been no practices and games and matches and that kind of stuff? So, what have you been doing?
Well, I know the teachers want to hear I've been doing homework, but I haven't been doing much of that. But I've just been trying to keep myself busy. Exercise, going golfing a lot, and working at Walmart. Just getting as much hours as I can for college, and kind of just preparing just to see what else happens in the summer.
That's great. And I know you've probably been super busy with everybody doing grocery shopping and
Oh,
pickups
for
and
sure.
all
It's
of
it's
that.
busy. It's crazy. Everybody's super frazzled, and it's stressing at times.
Yeah, I can imagine. And so, one of the other things some people do is they'll watch sports or watch movies and other things. But a question I have is, what is your favorite sports movie?
I love Remember the Titans. I think it's kind of like it's important to nowadays too. With segregation and we're all supposed to be one, and Coach Boone explained that really well. As we're one, we're a team. We need to work together. We're all the same people. We come from a mom and dad. We all come from everything. Like we gotta be as a team, and I feel like that applies to today's world as well. And it's a fantastic football movie, just on a sports standpoint, but also on like a realistic standpoint from segregation.
That's great. Yeah, and it has a lot of great messages in it.
Hmm.
Most definitely. And so, if I had to ask you, who is your favorite sports figure that you look up to, or kind of who's your sports hero, who would that be?
I like to look at sports heroes as people who do well with fans and kids and that kind of stuff. And I've met some professional athletes that aren't like that. But somebody like that to me is Roger Federer and Justin Thomas. Roger Federer kind of just like he plays the next point. He's got the mental game strong, and that's why he's so good. He can continue the next point, keep it going, push, push, push. And Justin Thomas just works well with fans, like maybe in a serious competition. But he's like, oh look, I can mess around with some fans, give them a couple sign golf balls, and just kind of like be engaged with fans. And that's what I love most about sports heroes is that they're always willing to go out and meet fans who have like paid to come see them, and they recognize how they're looked up to, and I really like that.
That's great. And definitely, there are many athletes out there that
Hmm.
do a good job with their fans, and some that definitely don't.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
I agree with that. In kind of looking at when you get ready to compete, playing tennis and all, what do you kind of do to get into the zone or get into that mode where you get rid of the butterflies and you're ready to compete at your best?
Yeah, and you can kind of tell off the start when you're like warming up against somebody that they're really good. Like with it, because you always do a warm up before you play against them, and like you can tell right off the bat that they're really consistent. They're really strong. They're quick. They're fast, and it's kind of hard to get your mental game in the right place when you know, oh, I could be in trouble here. But the important thing is, like anything can happen. It's tennis. Like you can get a good shot and it can frustrate them, and you just need to think like, what can you do to make them mad? What can you do to play your best, and how can you keep being consistent? And just like something I always do is I'm always like complimenting myself after every shot. Like even like in the middle of a point, like I'll hit a good shot, like oh nice shot. Like I'll keep my head in the game, and it's just like if I'm doing that, keeping positivity kind of just helps you settle down and gets rid of all those butterflies.
That's awesome, and that's really a big thing about sports and being an athlete is being able to keep the mental game as well as the physical
Yeah,
game.
mental game's huge in tennis, and it's you can say like, "Oh, I'm an idiot. That's a bad shot." Like it gets stuck in your head, and you're gonna think it the next point, and the next point. It's gonna keep going and going, and you're not gonna stop.
Yeah, definitely. And along those lines, when you're out there practicing and working on your game and stuff, what do you and your teammates do to kind of keep practice fun?
Honestly, practices are my favorite thing. Like I love going to practice every single day. Like it's so fun to just kind of like you get to like mess around sometimes, but you're still being serious. Like you get to try new things. You could be like, oh, I wonder if I could hit this crazy shot over the net and or whatever. Like you're always thinking of like new things that you can do to improve, and you're always playing like fun little mini games in tennis, but they're still like beneficial to practicing and becoming better. And even though there's injuries at times, like a concussion I had last year and gave somebody a black eye this year with a tennis ball, like it's always fun little memories that are just trying to make practice fun, but still you're still becoming better as a player.
That's great. Um, what is your favorite memory from playing tennis?
Um, Probably a big memory is just like how I became better as a player. Like it's a long stretch of how like in junior high I was this short little kid, like 5'2", in 10th grade, like super short kid, and I didn't make the team my freshman year or sophomore year, but then coming back my junior year and making the team was so amazing. Like it was like that's my favorite memory, showing that I kept doing it, and it was the right thing to do. Just keep pushing and practicing, and I made the team.
That's awesome, and that's a great testament to keep trying and
Yeah.
working. Yeah, absolutely. Um, how old were you when you started playing tennis?
So my dad's been playing tennis for a long time, and he runs the Fiesta Days tournaments in Spanish Fork, and he runs the Utah Summer Games tournaments. So I'd go down there every summer for a week or however long the tournaments was, and I just go hit a ball against the brick wall at the sports park or do whatever I can just to entertain myself. So probably 8 or 9 is when I started playing a lot, and then when I got into junior high, that's when I was more pushing myself into just being better and keep practicing, playing in tournaments and winning tournaments.
That's awesome. That's a lot of fun,
Hmm.
and definitely the Southern or the Utah Summer Games is a great opportunity to kind of get
Yeah, it's
out and get
awesome.
some additional competition for
Yep,
sure.
you get medals for them. I got 2 gold and I got 2 silver. Like it's so fun to play in.
That's awesome. Um, another question I have is you've gone to a lot of different places. Where's your favorite place or venue to compete in?
So our last year we played at Olympus, and their court is one of by far the nicest and most clean. But they have a big old like cinder block, like I don't even know what it's made. It's like I guess it's concrete, and it's like 20 feet tall, and it's to the right of you when you're playing on the back courts, and it's so fun because you can just sit on top and watch the game more clearly. Like you have a better perspective on the game, and I really like their court, and they're not only that they're super nice people, but they keep their courts clean, and that's way cool.
That's incredible. I actually have not been up there, so I have not seen that. But that sounds pretty cool.
Hmm.
What are you looking to do after you get out of high school and graduate?
So right now I work at Walmart, so I'm gonna try and switch stores up in Logan because I'm gonna go to Utah State, and I'm gonna get a business education degree with an audio and video technology endorsement. So I'm hoping to teach kids video technology and how to make videos, how to take pictures, how to edit, how to do all that stuff.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm
That's
really
a
excited.
lot of the area where I've had a lot of fun with
Yeah,
my own
exactly.
personal hobby here.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Um, so one of the last questions that we would ask, and we've been asking this to a lot of the different seniors. You know, we've been out of school for a little while, just schooling from home and not really having sporting events and other things, and so it's giving you some time to kind of think. And we want to ask you, what are your words of wisdom or advice you would give to others who are kind of coming up behind you?
Yeah, kind of like I said before, like always keep pushing because you never know what's going to happen. Like you may not like kids may not try out for the team and there's going to be only 2 people getting cut, so you may have a better chance, or you may have gotten a lot better in your practicing. Like I said, I didn't make the team a freshman or sophomore year, and I wasn't even going to try out my junior year because I didn't think it was worth it. I could have just kept working and getting money and all that stuff, and I kind of just realized I may have a shot. I worked hard in the off season, just tried to become a better player, a better person, and ended up beating every single person I tried out against my junior year except for one, and I think it was Tennis and Whiting, and I think that's the only person I lost to, or Andrew Carton. I can't remember the person, but they're super top on the varsity team, and I played super well and kind of just proved to the coaches like I'm here, like it's my turn, I got it, like let me in, I got this. So
That's
just always
awesome.
keep pushing, never give up. Like It's not worth it. Like even in school or work or sports, whatever you're doing, it's not. Why give up? Always just keep pushing.
That's great. That's awesome advice and great words for everyone to live by. Well, Nathan, we want to thank you for joining us today and telling us a little bit about yourself. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff.
You bet. So as we've been talking with Nathan Dunn, a Maple Mountain athlete who's one of our tennis players and a senior. We want to make sure that everyone else follows us on our social media. We have a YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook, all Maple Mountain Sports, one word, and a Twitter feed of Maple MTN Sports. This is where you can go to get information about Maple Mountain athletics and about some of these great athletes that we've been talking with. And so, again, thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Jeff Porcaro, and this has been the Eagle's Nest.